Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Tuesday, November 11th combined discussion action meeting. If you'd please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Macro, roll call.
Dr. Anderson.
Here.
Ms. Arendt.
Here.
Mr. Caligiuri.
Here.
Ms. Chudowitz.
Here.
Mrs. Purcell.
Here.
Dr. Richardson.
Here.
Mr. Sokolsky.
Here.
Mrs. Stepnick is not able to join us this evening. Mr. Stropke.
Here.
And Student Representative Ms. Naomi Casey.
Here.
First up, we have recognitions. I'll say that we are really excited for you all to be here with us this evening. As a courtesy to each of the students being recognized, we ask that all audience members remain in the meeting during the recognitions. We want each student to have a special moment of recognition free from the distraction of others socializing or making their way to the exit. Once the recognition portion of the meeting has concluded, we will pause for families to exit. For seniors being recognized this evening, we would like for you to share about your future academic, extracurricular, or professional plans following graduation. Coaches, please don't let them slip away. And lastly, after each group's recognition, if you would please make your way to the Plum Mustangs banner in the back of the room for a quick picture. Ms. Macro.
Yes, first we're going to call Mr. Ryan Manzer to the podium, our Chief Financial Officer.
Thank you. So first we'd like to recognize Dollar Bank and Jeff Ribble, if you'd like to come on up. Jeff Ribble is here from Dollar Bank. He is our representative that we work with on a daily basis with Dollar Bank. Jeff is really amazing to work with on a regular basis. He is a very talented man, and he helps us out on our banking. But we did want to recognize Dollar Bank today for their very generous donation. They have donated $10,000 again this year to fund our Rachel's Challenge initiatives. And those initiatives fund everything from the challenge coins that the security guards hand out, the school police officers, and the decals that you see on our walls to our Mustang of the Month breakfast that you see on a monthly basis. So we'd really like to thank Dollar Bank for their donation. And then also we wanted to recognize the foundation. So we have Jamie Caligiuri here today as well. And this donation would not be possible without the foundation. The donation goes to an entity that's a 403B, and we really want to thank the foundation as well for their involvement in this. Jeff or Jamie, if you want to say something.
The Plum Mustang Foundation is happy to have a continued partnership with Dollar Bank for the third year in a row. Our primary mission is to support the students and staff of the Plum Borough School District, and this collaboration with Dollar Bank to support the district through the Rachel's Challenge initiative is one that we are extremely proud to be a part of. So thank you very much, Jeff and Dollar Bank.
I just wanted to say I'm, honored to continue this, support, and I've gotten, spoke with my public affairs office, and they are more than happy of all the success that this program is. It's just, it's definitely a great thing that a lot of school districts should see, and the effects of it and the positivity that it's just spreading across the world or across the school districts. I think people were taking notice, and we will continue to support this, moving forward. It's just an honor. I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I add something? I'm kind of curious from our student board rep with Rachel's Challenge. Any thoughts or anything you'd like to add to the conversation? I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think Rachel's Challenge provides a really unique opportunity for students to express and facilitate kindness in a way that it's encouraged by not only the faculty and the staff at the school, but students can encourage each other. I think you can see that with the Mustang of the Month, things like that. So I think it's a really great thing that our schools have, and I think as you can see across the country, it's had a positive impact on schools everywhere. So
we also have Ms. Caitlin Hatbob, who is not only a teacher here, but she is also the sponsor for the Friends of Rachel Club here at the high school, and she has brought one of her club student representatives just to say a few words of how Rachel's Challenge has made a difference in the district.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Again, I'm Caitlin Hatbob. I'm new to the Rachel's Challenge sponsor position this year. And with me today is Miss Hannah Wolgen, who is like my right-hand man over here for everything. But she's also been nominated as Mustang of the Month this year, so I invited her to kind of talk about her experience with that. But Rachel's Challenge reminds us that even the smallest act of kindness can create a powerful chain reaction. Over time, these small moments that I see every day, like smiling in the hallway, a kind word to a classmate, an invitation to sit with someone new at lunch, and then stopping to help someone, if they've dropped something in the hall, they really begin to change the culture of our school. And we've seen that transformation happening here. I personally have morning duty in the auditorium, like lobby, and I see kids interacting with each other every day in such kind, friendly ways. Of course, one of my favorite examples is the Mustang of the Month breakfast. Each month we recognize students and staff who go out of their way to make our school a better place. And of course, the portrait of a graduate competencies, we kind of tie that in with it. Another way that we keep kindness kind of at the forefront is we have the boards back there, posted over there too, posted in our classrooms. We actually post the Rachel's Challenge monthly theme on those boards, so teachers kind of point out like, hey, you showed the monthly theme as well as portrait of a graduate. When we live by these different principles, we're doing more than just following a program. We're shaping the kind of community that we all want to be a part of, and I just want to thank Dollar Bank for helping us to achieve this goal. And now I will send it over to Miss Hannah to talk about her experience as being Mustang of the Month for October, right? Yeah. Sorry, the months got a little...
So like she said, my name is Hannah Wolgen, and I was a recipient of the October Mustang of the Month award, along with 7 of my peers who all demonstrated the positive behaviors that supported the Rachel's Challenge theme for the month. True kindness does not require a spotlight to be meaningful. A small action can create a chain reaction affecting many people every day. Oftentimes, the smallest gestures can make the largest impact. The Mustang of the Month program helps acknowledge those who go above and beyond in our school to create a culture that is kind and meaningful. My favorite part of being Mustang of the Month was going and celebrating at the breakfast with a lot of my peers. The video that was created by the nominators was around 20 seconds for each kid that was nominated to explain why they were nominated and figure out who nominated them if they hadn't figured it out by then. It is important to recognize the leaders who set in motion a chain reaction of kindness and positivity. By the end of the video, I was surrounded by other students looking to make a positive impact on everyone around them. I'm incredibly proud to be recognized as Mustang of the Month, and I appreciate Officer Horwath for my nomination that allowed me to celebrate with all of my peers. And finally, let's all remember to be the spark that ignites the chain reaction. A smile or compliment can start the spread of kindness around the world.
And then if we could have Mr. Manzer and the Mustang Foundation and Jeff, and we'd also love to have Hannah and Caitlin in that picture over by the backdrop. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, we'd like to call Mr. Drew Carpin to the podium. He is our athletic director.
Good evening. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to highlight our fall sports that excelled this Past season, we have 4 here tonight. Want to start out with boys golf that had 4 individuals that qualified for the Whitfield Championship, and to speak on their behalf is assistant coach Mike Monstrola.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Mike Monstrola. I helped out with the varsity boys golf this year. Keith gave me an opportunity. I jumped on board. I looked to get involved, so here we are. First thing I'd like to do is thank the school board for recognizing these guys this evening, all the athletes, well-deserved efforts. Congratulate all the coaches on their efforts, and to thank Drew and for his support in the athletic department for their support this season. The 2025 boys golf team had a really good year this year. We finished 3rd in the section, had some tough competition. We were 10-5, but tonight we're going to honor the 4 players that qualified for the Whitfield individual championships. So the first person I'm going to call up is Ethan Kemmerer. So if you want to come on up. Ethan, this was Ethan's first year on the golf team. He shot a 74 in the section qualifier and finished 2nd place. And for those of you who've golfed, a 74 is extremely impressive, especially for a sophomore on his first year. So a big accomplishment for him. He was a welcomed addition. We lost a lot of seniors apparently from last year, from what I was told. So it's a very big accomplishment, and I had the honor to get to know him, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. So here you go there, Ethan. The next 3 that we have, unfortunately, couldn't make it tonight, so I'll talk a little bit about them. The first person we have is junior Gavin Finke. This was his 3rd year on the golf team and 2nd year on the varsity team. Gavin was one of 2 players qualified for our Whitfield Championships. They were held at Butler Country Club. While his final round didn't turn out the way he liked, he gained a lot of experience, and he's up for one of our top players next year. Hopefully get back to where he was. The next 2 are our seniors. Tyler is one senior that made it to the Whitfield semi-round. He helped our team compete for the section championship and Whitfield championship the past 3 years. His leadership is one of the many reasons why he had a tremendous impact and why he was so competitive over the last couple years. I was fortunate enough to get to see it this year. All these guys, I don't know if anybody's golfed Oakmont, but it is one of the toughest, beautiful courses, and these guys had to get up there and do their thing there, and it was an incredible thing to see some of these guys hit the ball off the tee at that gorgeous course, so it was very cool. The last person we have that I'm going to talk about is our senior captain, Danny Caruso. He was instrumental not only in this year's success, but in the previous years. He helped our team last year finish 3rd place at the Whitfield Championship. That 3rd place finish was the best since the 1970 team who won the Whitfield title altogether. So Danny also advanced to the Whitfield Individual Championships at Butler Country Club. Both Danny and Gavin finished in the top 36 of all the hundreds of boys golfers this season, which is pretty impressive. There were a lot of good golfers we saw at the Whitfield, so tremendous accomplishments from everybody here. I wanted to take a minute and just say thank you to not only Ethan and everybody at the board and Coach Keith for making my experience this year super enjoyable. I got to know each of the kids, and it was a great experience for me. I appreciate everybody, and I wish you guys nothing but the best next season. And for the seniors, I hope they do. They're going to do well in college and moving on. They're great kids, so well deserved. So.
Thank you.
All right, next, for cross country, we did have one individual that qualified for the PIAA individual championships, and to speak on their behalf is varsity head coach Brent Kennedy.
Hey, good evening. I've been coaching track and cross country at Plum for 6 years. My wife Steph's a teacher here at the high school. She was head coach for a while, and I recently kind of technically took over that job. We've had the pleasure to coach Maya Torres for 3 years. She had an awesome season. As a quick recap, she was second at our section championship meet. She led the team to a third place finish. That was the best finish since 2019 for our girls team. Whipple, she was 29th. She led our team to an 18th place finish, so that was the best since 2019. That finish qualified her for the state championship, and she was the first Plum girl runner to do that since 2016. So, well-deserved reason to be here tonight to recognize Maya for something that hasn't been done in close to a decade. It's been a pleasure coaching her. She's an awesome runner. She works super hard. She basically started training in June and didn't stop running until she crossed the finish line at Hershey a couple weeks ago. She'll take 2 weeks off and she'll start training again from November all the way through May. So her great cross-country career is done here at Plum, but we're expecting more from her on the track. So it's been awesome to get to know Maya and her family. Maya, why don't you come on up? We'll give her this award here on a job well done. And since Maya's a senior, we'll just have her just say thanks and maybe let everyone know what you're going to do moving forward. So good job, Maya.
Thank you for having me here tonight, and also just thank you for everyone just like supporting me through this whole my whole running career in high school. I hope to continue running in college and beyond, and also like major in economics and then pursue my Juris Doctorate to become a lawyer.
Congratulations.
All right, next team we have is girls soccer, who for the 17th year in a row won their section. They advanced to the Whipple semifinals once again, and to talk more about the team and individual success is head coach Jamie Stewart.
Good evening. My name is Jamie Stewart, girls soccer coach. Thanks for having us tonight, and thanks for recognizing these awesome ladies that I get to talk about. I do just want to take a second and say thank you to the school board, thank you to the administration for the support this year, but a big thanks to Drew and Tina for all the support that they give us, as well as the training staff. They take very good care of our players throughout the year, so just wanted to say that. I am pleased to recognize these great group of ladies that I'll talk about here in a minute on behalf of our coaching staff. The girls had an excellent season this year, full of ups and downs. The girls learned about setting goals, dealing with adversity as they work together as a team. And that's the one thing I love about coaching, and the one thing I love about sports is the life lessons that it teaches you. I'm proud of the entire team. We had 38 players and 4 managers this year. They all put in countless hours throughout the entire year to have an incredible season. One thing to note, this group of ladies did something this year that we have not done as a team before, and that was beat Mars. So for those of you who've been on the school board, you know that I usually come up here and say that we lost to Mars, but this year we got them. It was a great game here at Plum. So super proud of the girls for that effort. While the season didn't end the way we wanted to, I am proud of them for finishing the season 17-3. As Drew said, our 7th section title and reaching the Whipple semifinals. I also want to just take a second and wish the entire senior class the best of luck, as they have left a mark on our program moving forward. So at this time, I'm going to recognize six ladies tonight. First off is Allison Porter. Allison was a senior captain, a 4-year letter winner, and also a critical member of our defense this year. Stay here and then we'll talk. All right, next up is Megan Stammer, also a senior captain, a 4-year letter winner, and also a member of our defense, which only gave up 12 goals all year. Also, Emily Grubich, who is a junior on the team, she was tied for the lead in both goals and assists with 15 goals and 8 assists. One person who could not be with us tonight is Gianna Rivetta. She was a senior 4-year letter winner who was an important member of our midfield and was tied for the lead with Emily with 15 goals and 8 assists as well. Also to note, the 4 ladies that I just talked about were recognized as all Whitfield and all section players, which is a great accomplishment for them. Next up is Allie Joyce. Allie was a sophomore midfielder who had 9 goals and 4 assists for us this year. Allie? Allie was an all-section player as well for us, which is very difficult to do as a sophomore. And then the final individual that I wanted to recognize was our senior goalie, Melena Smith, who was recognized as all-section. She was a 4-year letter winner as well. She had 12 shutouts and gave up 12 goals throughout the year, so that's amazing for her. And so just wanted to say congrats to her as well. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Allison and Megan, and they can talk to you about what their plans are.
Thank you for having me here. I'm going to go to West Virginia University to study biochemistry. Thank you for the recognition tonight, and I'm not sure where I'm going to study yet, but I plan to major in biology.
All right, last team that we have here tonight to recognize is the boys soccer team who, just like the girls, won their 7th straight section, advanced to the Whitfield semifinals again, and to recognize the team success and individuals is head coach who was also named again as Big 56 Coach of the Year and Coach of the Year for the Coaches Association for at least the 3rd straight year that I've been here. So Ralph Kolonkowski.
Thank you, Drew. He told me I have 7 minutes to speak, but I wasn't sure if it was 6 or 7, so I'm still deciding. So, thank you for having me here, school board, Dr. Walsh, assistant superintendents, everybody here. Thank you. It's an honor again. Want to congratulate, obviously, the golf team, the cross-country team, and the girls soccer team. Great coaches, and obviously great players. Sometime in the middle of October, we might have experienced 3 of the best days for athletics. I don't know if in the school history, but pretty close. The girls finally went to the moon and beat Mars in a shootout. The football team, with 2 seconds left, instead of kicking the field goal, they decided just going to run it in against Penn Hills and finally beat Penn Hills for the first time in forever, and made the playoffs and kicked Penn Hills out of the playoffs. And then the next day, the boys, with 20 seconds left, decided to tie the game up, send it to double overtime, and won in the shootout. So in 3 days, a lot of ups and downs, but mostly a lot of ups. So let's give everybody a hand. Last year, we had 14 seniors. That's a pretty big class. So when we lost 14 seniors, you hear people talking, oh, you're going to be able to do the same thing. We only had 7 seniors this year. It's going to be tough to repeat, especially in Quad A. So we had a small senior class, but man, did they come up big. They did a tremendous job. Over 4 years, they were part of 70 victories, only 10 losses, and 6 ties. In the section, 44 victories, 1 loss, 3 ties over 4 years. This senior class made state playoffs 2 out of 4 years, which is impressive, not only in Whitfield, but they moved on to states. And then last year, they were part of the Whitfield runner-up. So I'm just extremely proud of this senior class. I'd like to recognize a few people. He's not here right now, but Chase Eber. He's a junior goalie, probably one of the best goalies in all of Whitfield. He only let 1 goal in section. I believe 5 goals overall. He had 14 shutouts. He made all section, and it just came out this morning, Big 56, which is for Quad A teams. He also made first team Big 56. So let's give a hand to Chase. Our second junior, Hudson Strasser. He's not here today, unfortunately, but he made all section. He was second in goals this year. He was second in assists, second in all points. He made the Big 56 for the second year in a row, and he made all section this year. Hudson Strasser. All right, now to my 3 captains, 3 seniors that are here. First one is Marco Tomasino. He was a 3-year starter. He's a 2-time all-section player. He made all Whitfield, and this year he made the first team Big 56. Marco. All right. The second one, captain also, Luke Hoberg. He made all section, he made all Whitfield, and he made first team Big 56. He had some big shoes to fill this year. We graduated 4 seniors from our defense, which is hard to replace, but he was able to come in, did a tremendous job, and he was a wall on the back for us. Luke Hoberg. The next knucklehead, also captain, Austin Kolankowski. He's a 2-time all-section, 2-time first team Big 56. He made all Whitfield this year. He made all state this year, and he was the co-player of the year for section. Both Austin and Luke were also part of the football team. Luke did the punting, Austin did the kicking. So it was good to see them participate in multiple sports. And let's give them a hand. All right, so you guys got 5-10 minutes to speak. We'll start with, and also before I continue, we had another senior, Christian Alter. He also made first team Big 56. Our other senior, Parker Borat, he made the second team All Big 56. And one of our juniors, Kent Holmes, made second team All 56. So congratulations to everybody. All right, Marco Tomasino.
Hi, I'm Marco Tomasino. Thank you guys for having me tonight, for recognizing. And I just want to say thank you to Coach Raff, Drew, and all the other athletic people involved with this school. I plan on attending nursing school at either Pitt or Duquesne.
Hi, I just want to say thank you to my parents, coaching, and the school boards just helped me throughout the season. I'll be attending IUP, and I'm currently undecided on what I want my education to look like.
Hi, I'm Mas Klonkowski. Thank you guys for recognizing us this evening. I want to thank my coaches, Drew, and my family. But I'm pursuing a career in nursing at the Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Dr. Walsh, our
Okay.
superintendent.
I'd like to take a moment to recognize our school board members for their service. Dr. Anderson, Ms. Chedowitz, Ms. Purcell, and Mr. Sokolsky. I want to take a moment to express my deep gratitude and the gratitude of our entire district to the dedicated individuals who make up our school board. Serving on a school board is an act of profound civic commitment. It demands time away from family, thoughtful consideration on complex issues, and the courage to make difficult decisions, all with a singular goal of ensuring the best possible outcome for our students. Tonight, I want to formally thank each of you for your extraordinary service, the precious time you have invested, and the unique talent you have brought to the table to serve our students in our community. Your governance has been instrumental in guiding our district through successes and challenges alike, always keeping the focus squarely on the needs of our students that we serve. Your commitment goes beyond monthly meetings. It involves being present, being informed, and being a voice for every stakeholder in the district. Beyond your official duties, our board members also took on additional responsibilities as board liaisons, providing invaluable connectivity between the board and key areas of the district operations and community life. The following board members served as board liaisons, dedicated time to these critical areas. Ms. Purcell has served on operations and projects and also on planning. Ms. Cheddarwitz has served on budget and finance and Forbes Road CTC. Mr. Sokolsky has served on legislative. Dr. Anderson has served on the Educational Committee, Eastern Area Schools, and the Academic Achievement and Activities. I just simply want to say thank you for lending your expertise, your passion, and your heart to this important work. Our students are better served, our schools are stronger, and our district is thriving because of your commitment. As a small token of our appreciation, each of you have a plaque with your name and the time that you have served on the board in front of you. And at this time, I'd just like to open it up to our board members for anything that you would like to say. I'm looking at Ms. Purcell.
I'm the youngest.
Should I put a time limit on this?
Sorry, I'm the youngest, so I'll go first. Now I'm the oldest. I just want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Walsh, the administration. Jen Macro has an important job here. She keeps us all organized. Ryan for doing our business end. Angela Anderson is our president, Mark is our vice, and everybody else here that makes up the board. I had a short experience here from last spring until today, but it's been a great journey. I think there's a reason and a season for everything, and I think at the bottom of all of this, we do this for our students. My background was education. I spent almost 40 years in special education. So I want to also take this opportunity to wish the new candidates good luck. And I'll be following the meetings and hopefully participating in the audience. But thank you for this opportunity.
Anybody else?
Mine will be in my president's report, I promise.
Okay. Okay. Cheddarwitz, Mr. Coles. Okay. I just want to say, were you going to say something? Okay. I just honestly wanted to say thank you for your time and your talents that you've dedicated to our students. And I don't think people realize all the time and effort that you put into being a school board member. Sometimes they believe it's just 2 meetings a month, or in November, 1 meeting a month. But there's a lot of conversations behind the scenes to make sure that we're moving the district forward for our students. So thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Walsh. At this time, we are going to move on to our formal part of our meeting. You are all welcome to stay. I think it would be crazy to do so, but you're welcome to stay. If not, we'll pause for a moment and you can make your way out. Thank you guys for coming out this evening. Students, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's part of the Mustang. Is that also an exercise? Sponsoring thing or always? Oh, did I? Yeah. Did you have that prepared? No, wow. Dabbling it out. You're natural, huh? Not really. I just say that I want to do everyone. You know. And the guy with the skirt, he's behind the green. Oh, he has like this, he's beside him. And the burgundy sweater, I'm not sure. Maybe he's a member. And then that's just Joe. Peter Sloan, Joe. I know her. Who's the guy? Who's the other one? Oh, Adam. Is that Ms. Macro, if we want to move on to citizens' comments.
If there's anybody in the audience that would like to make a comment at this time, we ask that you step to the podium one at a time, state your name, that you're a resident within the Plum Borough School District, and then you'll be provided 3 minutes to speak. This is a time where you can share your comments, concerns, ideas, suggestions with the board rather than a question and answer session with the board. So we ask that you direct your comments to the presiding officer. I will post the 3-minute time on the monitor so you can keep track of your own time, but I will also give you a 30-second warning when you're coming close to the end. Whenever you're finished speaking, please step to the end of the table and just write your name on the clipboard there so I spell it correctly in the minutes. Is there anybody that would like to speak at this time?
I promise this time it'll be semi-nice. I'd like to thank the board members who are leaving us, new ones coming in. Mrs. Purcell, I hope you become a party of my 2. You could be a party of a 3 now. Dr. Anderson, I haven't had much interaction with you other than board actions and board meetings. Mr. Sokolsky, you were one of my girls' teachers through the line. I thank you for your service as a teacher as well as coming back to the school board. Ms. Chetowitz, as a Forbes parent, I want to thank you as our school board rep here, but as a school board parent of Forbes' career, we can't thank you enough. You went above and beyond what any liaison has ever done, giving us detailed reports, coming to our open houses for new students as well as old students. When some of the programs have run into problems with being able to have enough supplies on board, you were there for us. You and your husband, Mr. Adams. They've been tremendous for the HVAC program. I'm sorry to see you go. However, in your case, you and I can talk now about things that you've asked me all along of what was going on with me that I could not disclose with you. And we will discuss those issues. Is there anybody I missed that's going out? Oh, Mr. Dice, congrats again on becoming mayor of Murraysville. Oh, and happy Veterans Day to anybody who's been here.
Are there any other comments at this time?
Yeah. Okay.
My name is Ron Skolsky. I live at 625 Surfside Drive, Plum. As I conclude my 4-year term, I want to thank Jennifer Macro for being the consummate professional, and 1 director and 2 administrators for treating me as an equal from day one. You tried to vilify me, you tried to kill a belief, but all you did was make me a better person and heighten my lessons. The divine agenda was determined 5 years ago against me, even before I was sworn in. And though I asked many times to move forward, I was never allowed to. Speak up, Plumboro. The powers that be believe if nothing is being said, there are no problems. Use this podium to be heard. It's yours and you must use it. You, Plumboro, asked me to be transparent and represent you, and that I did. The gathering gave you a voice, though few took advantage. Girls wrestling and girls golf gained equal status. The Plum locally owned mountain bike club emerged. I remained vigilant to keep CRT and DEI from our schools. I stayed on task for the Artem Ridges children to be safe, bullied students to be helped and supported, and academically excelling students to get their skills recognized. My phone was never too busy and my concern for all of Plum never wavered. I thank my students that have always supported me, and I thank our community for standing with me through the attacks, innuendos, and untruths, and especially the spin. I especially thank my family, the ones who told me not to run, and I decided to run, but they never stopped supporting. I love all of you. I wish the new board continued success and leave with 2 hopes. Learn the benefits of the PBSA 7 principles for when they are followed and put in action, not just read, work as a team of 10. Something I never got the respect to see. Get over the kindergarten workshop, a group with a predetermined agenda, and bring back full-day kindergarten now. There has always been a way, just not the desire. Our future is being affected. For 28 years, Plumboro's youth came into my classroom, and day after day they looked at a banner that said, "The choices that you make dictate the life that you lead. To thine own self be true." To my community and students, do not ever sacrifice you for the powers that be. Be who you can be. Plumboro, you made your choices. Thank you, and good night.
Are there any other comments at this time?
Now we have
Okay. Dr. Anderson, back to you.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but now we have to count things differently. So, okay.
Okay.
We're down to 7.
Anybody else? We all good for the rest? We're staying? All right. Okay, on to the president's report. And I will apologize in advance. You have him marked down as leaving, Ms. Macro? Okay. Because this will be a bit long. Another congratulations to our athletes, and thank you to Dollar Bank on their generous donation. Tonight we have a fairly light combined discussion and action meeting agenda. As a reminder to the board, we'll do committee reports during the discussion portion of the meeting, followed by a full consent agenda. I would be remiss this evening if I didn't recognize the time of year and the holidays celebrated today and at the end of the month. Veterans Day is a wonderful time to pause and reflect with grateful hearts for the sacrifices and services made by so many Americans willing to accept the call and serve in our military and armed forces. On behalf of the board, I extend a heartfelt thank you to all those veterans and active service members listening or watching the recording. I also want to thank our JROTC students for the program that they organized and performed today. I know it meant a lot to the veterans who attended and watched remotely. In that same vein, as this is my last meeting, I'd like to extend a thanks to each of the board members sitting here this evening. Well, was sitting here. Mr. Sokolsky, although we have not seen eye to eye on several issues, both personally and professionally, I want to thank you for your willingness to serve and desire to do what you saw as best for the students and families of Plum Borough. Ms. Stepnick, across the two of us, we share a great deal of institutional knowledge and have walked through many difficult decisions on the board. You have spent countless hours representing our district at the state level. Thank you for this continued advocacy and for your resolve and commitment to stand for what you believe on issues big and small. Dr. Richardson, it has been a pleasure to get to work with you over the last 2 years. You always pay attention to detail, come to meetings prepared, and contribute educated ideas to the board. I will hit the button. Okay, sorry. I thank you for your professionalism and look forward to seeing your next 2 years on the board come to fruition. Mr. Caligiuri, I realize this weekend that we have served for 6 years together. I have always appreciated your approach to issues, your willingness to hear all ideas, and ability to minimize party lines and put students first. Your work on the kindergarten task force, service and leadership, and diligence in personnel has served the board very well. Mrs. Purcell, our time on the board has been abbreviated, and yet I have learned a great deal from you in a short time. Your care and concern for special education shines through in all you do. Thank you for your willingness to serve and for taking your appointment to the board seriously. You jumped in with both feet, learned board operations, and took on the construction project with Dr. Richardson, all without missing a beat. I am sorry, I am a horrible, emotional idiot. I am sorry that Plum Borough will not have your expertise on the board for a longer time. The wisdom that comes with the career and work that you've done is priceless. Ms. Chudderwitz, for some comic relief, it's been 4 years of the two of us working together, and I still think I consistently misspell your last name every time I spell it. It has been a pleasure to watch the growth that you have had both professionally and on the board over the last 4 years. On behalf of the board, I want to thank you for your care and commitment to the students at Forbes Road. Serving on the Forbes board is an additional lift for any board member, and you have done so faithfully. Ms. Arendt, it has been a joy to serve on the board with you, God bless you, on the board with you for the last 2 years. You have great wisdom and practical ways to approach issue. I have great respect for your commitment to fiscal responsibility and your deep concern for the safety and privacy of each student in our district. Mr. Stropke, I've been grateful for your leadership and counsel throughout the last 2 years. Your wisdom and experience in finance has been invaluable to help the board navigate the construction project, the new hire in the finance department, and the continued navigation of small incremental tax increases. We have both had our worldview shaped during our time at Geneva, and I have been so very thankful for that same foundation. Being a mom is so much fun. Okay. My prayers are with you and the rest of the board as you traverse the next season of growth in the Plum Borough School District. Guys, we aren't even close. After serving on the board for 8 years and watching several board and administration turnovers happen, it is painfully obvious that knowledge and history gets lost in the shuffle of board transitions and new administrators. For that reason, one of the parting items that I look forward to the board passing this evening is a resolution that encapsulates the current state of the district and what has been done to bring it to its current status. While I recognize that this resolution is by no means all-encompassing, I do think that it denotes for the public, the new board members, and the current and future administrations a guidepost to mark the transition from one board to the next. I would encourage future boards to consider the adoption of a similar resolution in future years. We aren't going to make it far here, just so you know. During my time on the board, I have worked with 3 different superintendents, over 15 different director-level administrators, and I have to say, without a doubt, that the organization that we have in place currently is by far the strongest of them all. Dr. Walsh, you have assembled an incredible team of professionals to support the mission and vision of the Plum Borough School District, and I am truly excited to see what is in store. Tonight, the passing of this resolution encapsulates the work that has been done in the district over the last several years, the positive trajectory of the school district, and the strategic initiatives that have been put into place to guide the district and board. Dr. Walsh, this resolution and its positive outlook would not be what it is without your leadership, and I am incredibly thankful for that. It is not just me, but so many staff and families have shared the same. Your focus on the future and strategic planning for what is to come has put the district in an incredibly strong position. You have made it your mission to make Plum Borough your alma mater the very best it can be, and you are to be commended for that. We are a leader in the state in safety. We are poised to reimagine what high school looks like for our students and to provide those students with experiences in college and career that will prepare them in new and innovative ways to be successful in their future endeavors. With the conclusion of the renovations at the middle school and O Block, along with the addition at O Block, our buildings will have parity. They will be warm, safe, and dry, and all students can receive a top-notch education from incredible educators each and every day. I will conclude with saying it has been a privilege to serve alongside each of you on the board and those administrators over the last 8 years. I am grateful that I had the opportunity to serve and play a role in the tremendous growth and positive work that has been done. In closing, it is my hope and prayer that our student, staff, and their families have the opportunity to spend time with family and or friends during the Thanksgiving holiday. I would encourage those who may be struggling for resources to reach out to the local food bank or churches in the area for support, and personally extend my own email, which can be found on the district website. If you need help getting connected, please reach out, and I will do my best to help find a place for you and your family to receive items to prepare a meal or a place for you to go and partake. No one should spend Thanksgiving alone. Goodness, we reached the end. From the board, I wish everyone a wonderful Thanksgiving. Dr. Walsh, please start talking so I can stop.
I'd like to say this, thank you for your kind words. It means more than you know. My report is not as lengthy, but I will say the emotion I just felt from Dr. Anderson, I felt earlier this morning. And I'll get into my report. I want to acknowledge the incredible Veterans Day events that have occurred throughout our district today. By welcoming hundreds of veterans into our buildings, we had the opportunity to honor and show gratitude for their service to our nation. Our day began in a deeply moving way. Thanks to our Air Force JROTC, they held a profound ceremony setting the table for prisoners of war and missing in action, a reminder of the sacrifice made by some for all. This powerful tribute was extended to recognize our military families within our community, as well as the dedicated employees who have served. It was a truly humbling start, setting the tone for the entire day. Following the opening, our middle school, our elementary buildings continued the tradition of honoring our military families by warmly welcoming our veterans into our schools. Each building hosted special events designed to express our profound appreciation for their service to our country. These gatherings provide invaluable opportunities for our students to interact with and learn from these heroes, fostering a deeper understanding of patriotism and sacrifice. That's all I have this evening, Dr. Anderson.
Thank you. Ms. Casey?
Thank you. I also had a briefer side of my report this evening, but as we were talking and I was listening to everyone speak tonight, I was inspired to say a few more words on some events. So I'll start off with some of the events that the high school has participated in the past few weeks and upcoming weeks. Powder Puff went well, and a win for the juniors, which is not common, on the 3rd. And NHS held their 24th annual Make-A-Wish dinner on Wednesday, November 5th. It was the largest turnout that they have had in a very long time. They packed the room. It was an amazing thing to see. NHS will also be fundraising with a pickleball tournament on Tuesday before Thanksgiving that students can be involved in at the high school, which is just a really fun way to get the whole student body involved in something that some of the students have put a lot of hard work into. So that was amazing. And on Dr. Walsh's point, the Veterans Day assembly today was amazing. And I have never experienced it in all my years of high school because I've been parading with the band or for various reasons have been absent that day. But it was astonishing. And what I wrote was the silence in the room was felt. And you could hear that everybody was listening and honoring the people that have come before us and risked everything for this country. And it was beautiful. We have the play coming up for our high school, and next week the Holiday Park play will be taking place on the 20th and the 21st. And I just wanted to add to what Hannah said. I know I was asked a little bit about the Rachel's Challenge thing, but what I was not able to articulate very well, Hannah said amazingly that kindness doesn't need a spotlight. I loved that she said that. But it is, like, the fact of the matter is that what schools value and what faculties and administrators value is what students will emulate, whether purposefully or subconsciously. And I completely support the efforts that Plum has made to place kindness on the forefront of everyone's mind. And in my psychology class, we're starting a gratitude journal because of the positive effects it can have on the brain. But as we near Thanksgiving, it is customary to remind ourselves that we are for what we are thankful for. But I implore all of us that even after the holidays and as we go through our daily life, that we find the little things to be grateful for everywhere. And I am so grateful to be in a school that values children's voices like Plum does. And I am so grateful to have served on this board with all of you.
Thank you, Ms. Casey. All right, we will move to academic achievement and activities. Myself, lead board liaison. We have the resolution for this evening and thought it was important for us to read it aloud. So I'm going to read the first half of it, and then when we hit to finance, Mr. Stropke is going to read the remaining portion. So the resolution 2025-11-11-2 by the Board of Directors of the Plum Borough School District to set the vision and mission. Whereas the PBSD has set its vision to empower learners to thrive in a changing environment with inclusive, innovative learning experiences that foster problem-solving, critical thinking, and lifelong growth. Whereas the PBSD has set its mission to strive to ensure that all learners feel a deep sense of connection, have the skills and confidence to shape their futures, and have strong partnerships with families, staff, and the community. Whereas the PBSD established 1, student-centered learning, innovation, and future-ready skills, 2, growth and wellness, 3, family and community engagement, and 4, safe and supportive schools, as broad goals as the district worked in a collaborative effort across community, staff, students, and administrators to create a portrait of a graduate that identified the durable skills and competencies PBSD students need for success in this rapidly changing, complex world. The portrait of a graduate, now displayed and incorporated into daily learning activities, empowers students with the following essential skills after high school: communication, integrity, critical thinking, adaptability, and empathy. Whereas the PBSD has adhered to the mandate set forth by the Pennsylvania Department of Education to develop the 25 to 28 comprehensive plan. The plan's development utilized district-wide collaboration, meaningful data analysis, the portrait of a graduate, and a forward-focused position to ensure that the comprehensive plan is living within our schools and preparing our students for their future endeavors. This plan was submitted and approved by the Department of Education as a guide for the district for the next 3 years. Whereas the Plum Borough School District implemented and now follows a regular curriculum review cycle, and over the past 6 years has updated and purchased new instructional resources for mathematics, English language arts, counseling, BCIT and library, science, health and physical education, fine arts, special education, gifted and speech, social studies, and world languages. Whereas the district has established a regular program review cycle to first, align K-12 vertical teams, second, keep our curriculum up to date, third, analyze external trends in the workforce, post-secondary institutions, and exemplary school districts and schools, fourth, develop and implement an action plan to strengthen instructional practices through research-based pedagogy, enhancing student learning and achievement. Fifth, monitor the effectiveness of instructional programs through data analysis, classroom observation, and stakeholder feedback to ensure continuous improvement and alignment with district goals. Whereas the district is implementing evidence-based instructional practices, utilizing formative assessments, and aligning curriculum and instruction to ensure every student reaches proficiency. And whereas the district is developing and implementing a comprehensive multi-tiered system of supports to provide targeted academic and behavioral interventions that promote equitable access to success for all learners. And whereas the district is advancing science, technology, engineering, and inquiry-based learning through the adoption of new standard-aligned science resources and the implementation of the STEEL standards, preparing students to thrive in a rapidly changing technology-driven world. And whereas the PBSD continues to expand industry-based and career readiness learning experiences through partnerships with local employers, post-secondary institutions, and community organizations to ensure that students graduate with durable skills, certifications, and experiences aligned to workforce and college expectations. Whereas the PBSD is committed to providing every student with the opportunity to succeed by ensuring access to rigorous instruction, personalized supports, and safe, respectful learning environments. And whereas the district has expanded specialized programs and student support services to meet a wide range of learning and wellness needs, reinforcing a culture of respect, responsibility, and care across all schools. Whereas the Plum Borough School District has worked to ensure parity across all learning and extracurricular environments for every student in the district. Over this time, the district has added or improved the following: additions and alterations to O Block Elementary and renovations to Plum Middle School. State-of-the-art scoreboards added to the high school athletic complex, including the gymnasium, stadium, baseball, and softball fields. Named the 2025 Special Olympics National Banner Unified Champions School. Updated and improved the high school athletic complex by resurfacing the stadium track, adding new lights and turf surfaces to the baseball, softball, and stadium fields, resurfacing the tennis courts, and renovating the swimming pool. Renovations to athletic locker rooms to promote privacy and dignity for all. Enhancements made to the audiovisual equipment in the high school auditorium. Expansion of high school athletic programming, including unified sports programs, girls varsity wrestling, girls varsity golf, girls and boys varsity bowling, mountain biking, flag football, expansion of middle school athletic programming, including boys volleyball and boys and girls swimming. Whereas the district recognizes that authentic family and community engagement strengthens student learning and fosters trust, transparency, and shared responsibility for educational excellence.
Whereas since 2016, PBSD has maintained a balanced budget and adhered to best practices set forth by the Pennsylvania school business officials to 1, increase our fund balance from a negative $4.8 million to a positive $16.6 million. 2, increase our bond rating from a BBB minus to A. And 3, establish adequate liquidity to support our ongoing operations. Whereas the school board has established a long-term plan of regular, small, incremental tax increases to lessen the burden on taxpayers, maintain district's fiscal health, and allow for annual inflation increases. Whereas the district is committed to maintaining a first-rate workforce that exemplifies professionalism, integrity, and excellence, and whereas the district upholds rigorous hiring practices that ensure fairness, transparency, and the selection of the most qualified candidates through a multi-layered interview process involving diverse stakeholders' participation. And whereas, to preserve impartiality and the integrity of the hiring process, board members are not involved in candidate selection before the formal recommendation of employment by the administration. Whereas the district fosters a positive organizational culture grounded in respect, collaboration, and continuous improvement by promoting professional growth and development, encouraging employees to expand their skills and leadership capacity in alignment with the district's strategic goals. And whereas, through a commitment to accountability, ethical stewardship, innovation, the district ensures that all personnel practices are guided by integrity, data-informed decision-making, and a dedication to attracting, developing, and retaining high-performing employees who advance educational excellence. Whereas the district's commitment to a systematic approach to continuous improvement ensures that data-driven decisions align professional learning and leadership development remain at a core of the advancing instructional quality and student achievement. Whereas PBSD has set the safety and security of all Plum students and staff as a priority by 1, establishing a school district police department, 2, installing security vestibules at the high school campus, 3, implementing the district-wide Rachel Challenge Initiative, 4, adding full-time school social workers, 5, utilizing a comprehensive rapid emergency response system throughout all buildings, 6, implementing a mobile weapons detection system available to use in the buildings and at all sporting events. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Plum Borough School District Board of School Directors hereby extends its sincere appreciation to the administration, faculty, staff, students, family, and community partners for their dedication, collaboration, and steadfast commitment to the district's vision and mission. Be it further resolved that the board recognizes the significant progress made in advancing academic excellence, operational efficiency, fiscal responsibility, student well-being, and commends all those who have contributed to the continued improvement of our schools. Be it further resolved that this board encourages future boards of directors, administrators, and community stakeholders to sustain and build upon this positive trajectory by remaining steadfast in the pursuit of innovative student-centered learning for all students, maintaining responsible fiscal stewardship and transparency, continue to invest in professional excellence of the district staff, fostering safe and supportive learning and extracurricular environments for all students, and upholding the core values embodied in the portrait of a graduate, and to ensure every student is prepared to thrive in a challenging world. Be it finally resolved, the Plum Borough School District Board of Directors reaffirms its confidence in the district's capacity for continued growth and innovation, and expresses its collective hope that the momentum achieved will serve as a foundation for a greater success in the years to come. And this is adopted today.
Thank you. Any questions, concerns, and do we have 5 to move it forward? Do we have 5? Okay, yep. Technically need 4. Technically 4, but we'll have 5, okay. And I think I'm done talking for the evening. I don't have another report to give.
That's a lot. That was a lot.
That was a lot. So community engagement, inclusion, and outreach, Dr. Richardson, lead board liaison. Do you have a report for this evening?
Yeah, small report. So first, it is Veterans Day and also Veteran and Military Families Month. So thank you to the veterans and also their families, because they make a sacrifice as well while they are serving. There were many programs of recognition and thanks throughout the district at all of our schools, so that was great to see. It's also Native American Heritage Month and National Family and Caregivers Month, which may look different to everyone. And we know some people may be going through a hard time in this season of thanks, but I think a lot of our community members and our schools have been stepping up to help and support. So please reach out if anybody needs anything. I do want to thank all of the outgoing school board members. So it was great to get to work with you, get to know you, not only professionally, but also personally. Me and Miss Chudderwitz came a long way from her kicking a soccer ball at me when we were campaigning to now. It's been great to just get to know her and talk to her about our families and what's going on in the district. And it's just refreshing to, nobody comes in with ill intention to do anything bad for the district or the community. Everybody campaigns. It takes a lot to campaign. It takes a lot to get out there and talk to people. And we take a lot from our families too whenever we come and serve, but we're all doing it for our personal reasons and to give back to the community. So I thank you all for doing that. let's see what else I have. Oh, also Plum is offering a series of special education trainings this month in partnership with Keystone Solution Staffing. So they are all virtual and families can register for them via the Google form that was sent out. The first was yesterday and the next one is Friday. The Plum Mustang Foundation, which we saw some of the great work they're doing, is having a gala Friday, December 5th. So there's still tickets available if anybody would like to attend that event. The Plum Winterfest is coming on December 5th. We are supporting that with helping with the shuttle services, and the high school is one of the stops. And I want everybody to start mentally preparing for the Plum Polar Plunge. It's not until January 22nd, but it's probably going to be cold if it's anything like today. The goal is to raise $10,000 to support our unified sports teams, so all students, staff, and community are invited to participate. So we hope to see you all there. That's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Mr. Stropke, Finance Lead Board Liaison.
Letter A is the monthly budget report. If there's no questions, do we have, I guess we need four to move it forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Letter B is the 2026-27 AIU Joint Purchasing Agreement. This is an annual agreement with the AIU, so nothing has changed, just that we have to put that in place. So if there's no questions, do we have four to move that forward? Okay. I know you heard me for a little while, so I'll make it brief. Brief report. As we approach the end of the calendar year, I'd like to provide a brief update on the financial planning efforts. Budget workshop. A dedicated budget workshop is scheduled for Tuesday, December 9th. This session will focus on refining our priorities and preparing for the upcoming fiscal year. The state budget status, as you all know, probably the state still has not passed a budget. I did read today that they seem to be coming together like the federal government, so hopefully there'll be something coming soon. So we continue just to sit and wait to see what is going to be pushed forward and pushed down to us as time goes on. And then I just like a note of gratitude. I just want to extend a heartfelt thanks to the board members, Dr. Anderson, Ms. Chetowitz, Mr. Sokolsky, and Ms. Purcell. Your service, dedication, and contributions to the Plum Borough School District have been deeply appreciated. You have shaped important decisions and supported board mission to serve our students and families. I personally want to thank each of you for your support and guidance over the past 2 years that I've been on the board. It's truly been an honor to get to know everyone. And I always say things, doesn't mean you won't be back someday or we meet again and doing something else down the road together. But I will truly miss all of you. You've each contributed something to me in my time here. And I also want to say special thanks to Dr. Anderson for her leadership these past 2 years as board president. As I've been on the board, you're going to be tremendously missed. And the leadership skills of wrangling 8 others all the time together is not always an easy task. There's always extra things to do and extra meetings and so forth. So thank you for all your service. I wish everyone the best in everything you do in the future. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Stropke. Next, Forbes Road CTC, Ms. Chetowitz, Lead Board Liaison.
Okay. I wasn't going to give a whole long report, but thank you for allowing me to serve as the Forbes Road Liaison. It has been a truly remarkable experience. Having that firsthand knowledge of what amazing work our students are doing has been great. These students not only engage in their rigorous classes here, but they also do sports, get involved in clubs, and when they go to Forbes Road, they're getting highly valuable trade experience, hands-on from leaders in our community, business leaders who actually can pass on that knowledge to them, and it's a wonderful experience, and it's been an honor to see that firsthand. And I appreciate, our presence is felt there. Dr. Walsh is actively participating, Dr. Boyers, and some of the other administrators. You show up and you're there, and it's noticed by everybody there. And really important work, and I appreciate all of you and your continued support of those initiatives and the students' work. And these jobs come from HVAC, plumbers, electricians, cosmetologists, aviation, and mechanics, and many more. Over the weekend, they had this the Skills USA competition in Seven Springs, and we've had leaders in the past. These students do competitions, and it's just amazing work. And when they leave their experience here at Plum and at VOTAC, they are ready for the workforce and have good paying opportunities. And I would like for all of you just a little bit, give back some of the stuff that we do. It is for the collective good and for everybody involved. And I don't think anybody here comes, it's all from a good place in the heart. And, having Dr. Richardson say that, I've really enjoyed working with each and every one of you. And, Mrs. Bell, when she said, what we've done, and some things, you just do and they go unnoticed. So, business like my husband's, who, if you're going to trash, HVAC, equipment, why can't you donate it to Forbes? It's going to sit in a landfill or in a scrapyard or something like that. Donate to Forbes, where they can actually work on that equipment, fix what was broken. That's valuable on the job training, so to speak. So, I encourage everybody to, if you have that opportunity or someone who's in the position to give back for the students, they're always willing to accept donations like that for sure. And so, again, thank you, everyone, and it's been a pleasure working with all of you.
Thank you. Next up, intergovernmental, Mr. Strauchan, Ms. Aaron, co-lead board liaisons.
No.
I don't have anything to
No report tonight.
Okay. Legislative, Ms. Stepnick, lead board liaison. She's not here this evening. We have the resolution to end the state budget impasse. Do we have 4 to move it forward? Okay, thank you. Operations, Mrs. Purcell, lead board liaison.
Hello, under operations, we have, on letter A, we have the Smart Mouth Pizza. Mrs. Griggle is recommending adding the Smart Mouth Pizza program for the high school. The quote linked provides for unit pricing for the related food costs. And under letter B, we have the Bluebird bus bid. Mr. Coles is recommending the purchase of 3 84-passenger buses. These larger size buses will be new to our fleet and will provide greater capacity, which will result in greater efficiency in the decisions that we make for our routes next year. Do we have 4 to move that forward?
Both of them. We need
Both of
A
them.
and B. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a report this evening, Ms. Person?
There's no other report.
Personnel, Mr. Caligiuri.
Yeah, so I don't have a report, obviously, but thanks to the 4 outgoing members, it is a real commitment. I have a ton of nice things to say about each of the 4 of them, but I want to recognize Angela in particular. She runs the best school board meetings I've ever seen. We are so efficient, and she keeps us on track. I learned a ton. I'm going to miss you.
All right. Policy, Ms. Arendt, lead board liaison.
We have just the second reading of draft policy 123, interscholastic athletics, which clarifies the responsible use of district property and expectations for the use of PBSD uniforms and logos. If there's no further discussion, do we have 4 to move that to the action portion?
I was going to bring up something. Right before the meeting started, Ms. Stepnick is, I think, in the Bahamas and has sporadic internet and was able to, but she did share with me that she had concerns in regards to the language in regards to uniforms and thought it was too broad in regards to people that are not in session because our sports teams are year-round. I'm just putting that out for conversation because she's not here.
Yeah, for me, I do have just a question, and I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier, and I apologize for that. And Dame, I think, Dr. Walsh, you can answer this question. I thought NIL was more than the PIAA, so it was broader with regard to high school students having the opportunity to use the logo for their own personal purposes. And so I was just wondering, like, this green language, so that's the changes that are recommended by the state. And the red language is what's recommended by us. What's the difference between NIL at the federal level versus NIL at the state level?
I might be able to jump in on that. NIL at the federal level, I think, is more to do with just the NCAA. I think there probably is some overlap there. But what we were trying to do with this policy is, in regards to the red language, simply say whether or not the students are able to appear in their Plum school uniforms when appearing in a advertisement or a magazine or anything like that. So I think it's less about the law of NIL here, since so much of that is dependent on whether it's Plum School or Penn State or wherever, how a school wants to handle it, and more of a question of the individual school and less about the overarching law applicable here. So, I mean, I guess my question would be, is there something specific that we want to maybe change or look into, or?
Yeah, no, for me, I was just thinking, it seems like have a restriction on students for using our logo, and it's more cumbersome than a restriction on businesses using our logo for profit. And I would prefer for them to be similar. So if a local company wants to use our script, you know, to sell hats and things like that, I'm all for that. And I guess I'm also all for students being able to use the Plum logo to promote themselves. But promoting a business, I agree with getting like written, obviously it would have to be written permission, but.
The one thing I will say is this district has actually prevented a lot of local businesses from using their logo, i.e. saying, hey, business, you do not have our permission to sell Plum Borough School District merch and hats, so knock it off. So I would say the restrictions are pretty similar. However, if this board wants to go in a different direction and tell students, hey, you know what, whatever you want to do, go for it, that's also an option you have. So it's really up to the will of this board, as I'm trying to allude to. Yep.
I would just, a word of caution in regards to what we may open ourselves up to in regards to promotion and all the businesses that you can imagine that are out there. We want our school district's name tied to that. I think, you know, we have the property rights, we have the copyright of our district. And I would encourage this board to have some controls over that in regards to asking permission. You know, it has been a slippery slope, and I think anybody who follows athletics, especially my dismay watching football this year, has seen how big business has influenced athletics. Some might argue positively, others may argue in a very negative way. So whatever language this board ultimately decides, we need to be mindful of controlling our image. So.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dr. Walsh. I like the way that it's written here. And then they can get prior written permission to use that. So that is included in this policy to cover the usage if it would be approved.
And I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's this actually just says the school issued uniform. It's not saying they're Plum wrestling, Plum basketball, Plum baseball, sweatshirt.
With the booster.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That they've purchased, it's just the school issued uniform. And I've even seen things that have been on TikTok, Instagram, and our students in their uniforms doing things that I don't think are, well, I know they aren't, that weren't school sanctioned, that they took their uniforms and went and did something together as a group that we didn't as a school say that they were permitted to go and do. And I think that slippery slope I mean, I have seen them doing illegal things, let me say it that, on Instagram, doing illegal things. Again, it can be as illegal as riding on the back of a car in a moving vehicle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a back of an open truck, the back of an open Corvette in a school uniform. Heaven forbid something would happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to make sure that there's something in place that's saying, no, we don't agree with that, and that's against our policy for that to be used in that manner. I don't even know that a single person made a penny off of doing that. I just know that it appears to be the cool or fun thing to go and do, and yet there's ramifications tied to it that I think we need to be mindful of, again, in the uniform. You know what I mean? The Plum logo, different than in the school sanctioned, sanctioned is the wrong word.
I think we should pass this policy, but I think we should really revisit it because Dr. Anderson, you bring up like the kids wearing their like jackets and stuff that are provided through boosters, but they're technically school provided because they're extensions of the school. And I think we really do need to revisit a little bit about the NIL. I mean, we can always change a policy if we have an adjustment, but I mean, this is a good policy. It's basically telling kids like, you have to be mindful of Plum Borough School District, you have to represent us well, and like Lindsay says, you have to get written permission. So I'd like that. I just think we should do a little more, research, and then if you could send us a list of the businesses that we told to like cut it out, that would be good for us to know as well as a school board, just so we're aware like what businesses we're using it and how we're enforcing that policy.
To your point, Mr. Caligiuri, this is changing so quickly. I don't know how, as a board, we could not come back and revisit this topic. Because as soon as we pass the policy, there are people working to get around it. And so there's going to be this back and forth, I think, particularly with policy 123, more than maybe some of the other ones we deal with.
For sure, next year they can be in the back of a truck in whatever, Plum, whatever sweatshirt instead of a uniform. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And that's perfect.
Yeah, and it's still,
Right.
right.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying there's obviously going to be loopholes, but I think if we think with our school district hat on, it would be to be mindful of the district.
Yeah, I like this. It's a little more restrictive than I would prefer, but the intent is very good, and I think it's the right thing to do. But like I said, I just think we'll just keep an eye on the fast-paced change of NIL and liability around how students act in public, and social media is just a completely crazy realm for us to keep our arms around with it when it comes to students. So that's all. Those are just my comments. I apologize. I didn't mean to take up so
No,
much
Mike,
time.
those were good points, and I agree with you. We could take a look at this again at some point in time. But as it's written, it protects our image, which I think is very important, so.
We have 4? Yep, okay. Ms. Aaron, do you have a report for this evening?
Yeah, just a quick thank you to all of our outgoing directors for your service. I'm truly grateful for all of the time and thoughtful discussions we've had together. And Dr. Anderson, I want to thank you for your exceptional leadership and guidance.
Thanks, Lindsay.
You'll be missed.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, projects and planning, Dr. Richardson and Mrs. Purcell, co-lead board liaisons. There's nothing on the agenda. Anything else further to report?
We have just a comment. The administrative team continues to meet on altering weeks with the O-Block project team and with Eccles and HDG team.
We will be prepared to move a recommendation in December forward for the summer work at the same scale that we did last summer.
Awesome. Okay, student services, Ms. Stepnick, lead board liaison. She's not here this evening. We have letter A, 2026 AIU Title I and Head Start Kindergarten Transitions MOU. Any questions or concerns? And do we have 4 to move it forward? Feels weird saying 4. Okay. And letter B, 2526 Family Counseling Center of Armstrong Services Agreement. Any questions, concerns? Do we have 4? Okay. And obviously no report for this evening, so we're going to move straight to action meeting. Carryover of the roll call from the discussion meeting, although that changed, so make sure we have one more absent. And then recommend approval, so I'll need a motion in a second. So recommend approval to accept and resolve the following 3 to 14 as listed. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
All right, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. It all passes and get to the bottom. All right, so upcoming public meetings, the reorganization meeting will be Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025 here in the library. And the discussion budget workshop action meeting combined will be Tuesday, December 9th at 7 p.m. here in the library. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Like a second? Third? Okay. All those in favor? Any opposed? All right, we're adjourned. Thank you. Now it's Taco Tuesday.
I love that song.